Hey, welcome to this. Guys, I decided to call this Able Yap, but I misspelled my name on purpose. We'll see. We'll see if it sticks. We'll see if it sticks. Today I want to give a shout out to Elizabeth. She commented on my video, my last video. And then this week, she freaking canceled. We were going to go out, and she freaking canceled on me because of her daughter or something. Like, girl, be for real. And today we have a matcha. Shout out to Ileana. She said she was gonna watch these and she hasn't watched them. But now she has like a whole hour of me just talking to catch up on. I put some honey in this. My sister bought some honey. Guys, there's a matcha shortage. What the hell? What the hell? Guys, I was gonna have a what's it called? A soundboard, but they all suck. Like, it's like the freaking goofy laugh, goofy freaking run, and freaking somebody smacking some cheeks. Like, I don't want that. Might use the slap cheeks. Slapping some cheeks. It sucks. Anyways, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Sorry, somebody was at the ring. Anyways, I put some honey in this. My sister Crystal bought some honey from like a street vendor, and I trust it because it came in a mason jar. Yes, it came in a mason jar, so I trust it instead of a bottle. And I know that's like stupid. You're probably like, what the fuck? Like, but trust me, I trust it because I drank it and it didn't give me heartburn. And every time I eat honey, like I bought some unfiltered organic Boots the House from this store, and I ate it and it gave me heartburn. This didn't give me heartburn. And also I've heard that like people buy like the honeycomb, freaking the honeycomb, and like eat it from there. I remember doing that as a kid. Because we would buy like the actual honeycomb, or like we would get it somehow, the actual honeycomb, and then you could eat the honeycomb that's all wax, but like you can actually eat it, which is crazy, but we'll get more into that later. But anyways, it would always give me heartburn, and this one didn't give me heartburn, so I trust it. I trust this honey. She bought some, and then I just stole some from her, from like her jar. So, but I think she's fine with it. Anyways, and I'm storing it in the fridge. You think it'll freeze? Do you guys think it'll freeze? We'll see. Insert goofy run, Boots the House. Samsung. What the hell? Let's try this one. The bad thing with the soundboard is that like I can't stop it unless it plays the whole freaking thing. But yeah. Ileana's locked in. I understand why she hasn't watched these, but now she has a whole hour and she will catch up, I am sure. Okay, so the matcha shortage. Is Emma Chamberlain taking is she taking advantage of this, or is that how much matcha is? Cause it's like $30, but then you need to buy like 3 to like get it shipped to your house, or pay like 15 to get it shipped. Which I understand, cause like a little tin, like come on, like why are you shipping that? Anyways, why is that little thing $30? And it's like ceremonial grade, which is cool. Yeah, I only have culinary grade because like I can find culinary grade like just at a regular store. You need to go online, guys. Maxie's is a restaurant at Las Vegas. It literally says Las Vegas. What the fuck are you saying? Anyways, is she taking advantage? Also, did she used to date that dude role model, or is that just something I made up in my head? I think I've asked people. I can just ask chat, but I won't, because she is actually listening right now. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. My sister bought that from a street vendor. It was a Mexican street vendor, so I'm sure it was like it came from Mexico. I'm not too sure if they can actually transport that stuff. Guys, 40% freaking Is it? I don't know if this is true, but I saw on the internet, on internet.com, um, that freaking, it was 40%. What is that freaking thing? Tariffs for Mexican products. What do you mean? Mexico is like a 2 hour drive or three. I don't know. 40% tariff, and apparently they're starting next month, my birthday month. What the hell? Why is this so much money? Why is this so much money? 40%? It's literally right there. It's right there. I can go right now and get some. Oh, get some, get some, get some. That's freaking scary. 40%. But maybe Mexico, I was gonna say maybe Mexico's okay with that, but obviously they're not okay with that. Who's okay with that? That's freaking stupid. Where's that money going? Because I don't see it going anywhere that really positively affects me. But I see me paying those products. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be us, people who consume Mexican products who actually get hit with those tariffs the most. But I mean, yet again, like auto parts and like a lot of stuff is made in Mexico. I don't, especially like shit we like consume here in Arizona. I know like a lot of it, especially a lot of the stuff I freaking consume. It's gonna be 40%. Do they bring matcha from Mexico? Because imagine freaking matcha shortage, freaking matcha tax, freaking Emma Chamberlain boots the house brand on it, and freaking tariffs. That's freaking crazy. No, I'm sure it's like Japanese or something, but I'm not sure where hers comes from. I don't know. Mexican freaking tariffs. Also, this started like a couple years ago. I don't know if it's not the new Mexican president, but the other president before her. Guys, Mexico, like, I'm always surprised people don't know Mexico has a lady president. She is a lady and she is great. She's actually really articulate with her words or whatever. She's pretty cool. She's really cool. Anyways, so the president before her like was trying to get rid of like junk food in like schools, and I know he did. Like, actually, I'm not sure of like the actual laws they like passed on to do this stuff, but I know it's getting done. Like, no junk food in schools, trying to minimize junk food, just in general. When you go buy like a pastry or something that's like overly processed in Mexico, they give you like freaking warning signs on the packaging. Big old freaking signs. Not signs, but like, you know, like little symbols. It'll be like excess sugar, excess fat, excess shit, you know? And they'll like tell you. And like here, they like greenwash the fuck out of everything. Here in America, by the way, I'm in America. America. They'll brainwash the fuck out of everything. Like, let me think of something freaking that. I can't think of anything. Anyways, they freaking brainwash anything. Like, they'll sell you a slice of pizza, and it'll be like organic, grass fed, whatever. Anyways, and they don't do that in Mexico. They'll tell you like, this is shit. This is shit. Which is cool. I think a lot of people weren't happy with that, but it's just stuff that needs to get done. I don't know. Anyways, we're getting a little bit off topic. So the honey specifically though, guys, not all bees have stingers. I didn't know that. And also I thought bumblebees were bumblebees. Like every bee was a bumblebee. Apparently I didn't pay attention to school. But like, why does the public school system even teach about that? Can you teach me how to do my taxes? Boots the house? I don't want to know about freaking bumblebees. The hell? Anyways, okay. Bees are important, don't get me wrong. Anyways, there's bumblebees and honeybees. And then there's also like honeybees who are African honeybees or something like that. Crazy. Anyways, so not all bees have stingers. I did not know that. When I was little, I remember getting stung all the time because I grew well, yeah, I grew up in the countryside. And I remember like getting stinged a lot. And I remember my I don't know if you guys ever seen like a bee sting on a human, but it'll leave like a little mark. Like it'll look like a, and then if you're allergic, it'll leave like, it won't leave it, but like it'll just, there will be a mark. It kind of looks like a continent or something. Like, and I would get sting all the time, and freaking those things would look like the Soviet onion, like freaking huge and like nasty. Anyways, it would. Anyways, I'm allergic, so is that why I'm getting heartburn from all these other honeys? Because I'm actually allergic to bees. Am I allergic to bees? Who knows? Goofy lap, Goofy run. While I drink some matcha. Oh, I was talking about the What was I talking about? The freaking honeycomb that we used to buy in Mexico. We're there in Mexico where I lived. It was like a honeycomb, and we would eat the honeycomb, like the actual thing. I remember eating that thing. I think I asked one of my sisters once, and she was like, "No, you're fucking crazy. Why would we eat that?" I remember eating that. I remember eating the wax. Anyways, turns out they freaking lay their eggs on the wax. Well, no fucking duh. Where the fuck are they gonna lay the eggs? So I was eating larva this whole time. Freaking larva, you guys. Unfiltered honey, freaking comb. Swallowing that shit. That was freaking larva. Like, oh. Anyways, they're just bees, and it was sweet. It was like sweet larva. Anyways, that's freaking nasty. Freaking, there was I also heard about this study from 2013. I don't know. I don't remember the facts. But anyways, they gave caffeine to some worker bees, and they like started working even crazier. They went ham. But then, okay, there's this dance that bees do, and it'll be like a really elaborate dance when they find like food or like something sweet. Like let's say they find a red 40 slushie on the street, right? And like the worker bee will go to the other worker bees, and they'll do like this dance. Like they'll just shake around, and like it looks like but it'll just be the one bee like dancing, telling them about this thing. Apparently, like this is their communication thing that they use. They use this dance, and in that dance, they're telling them where to go, how much food there is, where to go, and well, the fact that there is food in the first place. That's freaking crazy. From with that one little dance, they like tell all these other worker bees. Sorry guys, all these freaking things. That's freaking crazy. Anyway, so and then they give cocaine to another bee, and then the bee starts lying to them. Freaking cocaine addicts are liars. Confirmed by bees. Bees confirmed. Cocaine bitches are liars. Cocaine bitches. Also, when I was in high school, I didn't know what a cocaine model was. So I had this idea of what a cocaine model was, and it was like, oh, they would like go to parties and have coke, and then kind of like act coked out to let people know at the party, bitches, there's coke. So then they would go and buy some coke from I didn't clean up, you guys. And it's freaking buy coke from the person, so the person would model the coke. That's not it. Coke model just means models that do coke to look skinny, to lose weight, and be models. That's crazy. Um, Also in honey, there's like they like discovered some crazy like I don't know some chemical in it that might be able to in the near future. Hopefully, let's hope if Trump doesn't get in the way, we can cure, not cure, cure or treat or whatever HIV and tumors from the honey. That's great, you guys. Anyways, so those are just some beautiful facts about bees. If you see a vendor on the street selling you some honey and it's in a mason jar, you gonna buy that shit. Period. I'm going to the Marias this Thursday. The Marias, baby, which is great. I don't know what I was gonna say, which is great. Going with my best friend. And then I was trying to look up. Anyways, okay, so they're great. Obviously, they're great. More like music from them that is gonna be in the set list, but is a little more upbeat because that's the type of music I like. Hamptons is so good. Jess, I just discovered Hamptons. Really good though. So now I'm excited for Hamptons. And I was excited, but I just didn't know their music that well. I have a Kuko like in 2 months. Kuko. Guys, Kuko has a girlfriend currently. That's freaking crazy because that is my man. This shit takes forever. No, Kuko's not my man, but I mean, just a little rant. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Kuko's a talented man, so great. That's great for them. I'm not even jealous at all. When I was going back to what I was saying, how I'm a kind of country boy. I love you. How I grew up in Mexico in the countryside. I'm not a country boy. I'm not a country boy. I'm not a country boy. There was a point in time where one of my uncles or something would sell freaking goat meat at some point, and yeah, like that's crazy. I'm sorry if that's like POC stereotypical, like a person of color selling goat meat, but anyways, it just was what it was. I remember they had this tool that it looked like a little axe. Oh, this is the story about how I lost an ear. Partially, for a second. Not really, but clickbait, clickbait. So they have this axe. No, not like a pickaxe. Yeah, it's like a pickaxe. So, but it's like tinier. So this tool was used to like separate the cranium from the horns of the goat. And then apparently, I think this is what I remember, right? And I was a little child. This is what I remember. Apparently, they would sell the horns of the goat separately as like decorations. They would do like different things with it. Anyway, some like crazy stuff. Anyway, so they would sell those separately, but they would have to remove the horn from the cranium, and it's all bone. So there's like the sharp thing. Anyways, you got the point. God knows. I also heard, not my family, but I also heard people buy these for, I found out later on, for witchcraft. That's freaking crazy. For witchcraft. Anyways, so one day me and my cousin were playing. My cousin is like 2 years older than me. He was like picking on a tree, right? And I was also picking on the tree. I don't know why we were harassing this tree. I was like 10. So please forgive me. 13 years ago. Oh my God, I'm not that old. But 13 years ago. Yeah. He was picking the tree. I remember I was at the bottom of the tree, also picking the tree. Then I stand up and I'm like, well, wait a second. Can you stop it? But he wouldn't stop. Anyways, he like swings at me. Not at me, but he swings really close to me. Almost hits my head with it. But he like, shh. And I just like, I didn't even feel anything, right? Like it like touched my ear. And he was like all scared, and I was like, oh, haha, like you almost fucking killed me. Uh-huh, that's funny. And then he's like looking at me, and I'm like, bitch, what you looking at? No, that's not what I said. I was like concerned. He's like, you're like bleeding. And I was like, oh. So I freaking like touched here because I could feel like cold. I don't know why my blood was so cold. Because it was really hot outside. That's probably why. So I feel like cold here. I like touch and like blood, dude. The reddest blood I've ever seen. So I'm like, that's weird. I start panicking. I start crying. He goes and gets my mom. Literally half my ear chopped off, just hanging. Just freaking hanging. My ear out. Ugh. Cartilage. I went through cartilage. They rushed me to the hospital. The nearest hospital was like 40 minutes away. What the fuck? Anyways, so they rushed me to the hospital. They stitched me up. I do still have, honestly, not a scar, but I don't look how this one is like really separated from my, and this one not so much. Actually, they look the same. What the fuck? What the fuck? I swear, one of them is weird. If I see it one day, I'll show you guys. Anyways, so that's the story about how I almost lost an ear. We did not drive back to take the stitches off. My tia took them off with like some little scissors and like, and gave me money. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. She gave me money, to let her get the stitches out. Anyways, that's the story of how I almost lost a ear at 10 or 11 or some years. Oh! Is there anything else to talk about? Guys, I was gonna talk about bathroom camping. Bathroom camping, what the fuck? I really do run out of, I'll like think of things and then I never write them down because I'm like, I'll remember. I will not remember. I need to write these things down. Bathroom camping is some stupid shit. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you for watching. If you watched, thank you for watching.